And so we move to this, down to the border. By the way, we've talked about this extensively, the fact that not only did they stop building the border wall, but they wanted to tear it down, and it's left rusting on the border unused when there are clearly parts of the border that could be secured. Now we're putting buoys in the water. Texas is doing everything it can. Well, now, so the Senate passed, or is attempting to push a bill that would effectively say either it goes to Texas, the border wall that's unused, or I can't remember what the other option was on that. Basically, you got to do something with it.
Auction it off.
For benefit or not. Well, what the Biden administration is doing in the interim, so there's the act right there, Senator Cotton sponsors Finish It Act, which, of course, the Biden administration will ignore. Instead, they're quietly selling it off at bargain basement prices because we don't want it.
So one of the most amazing things you'll see when you go down to the border and you get in the helicopters, you'll see, as you mentioned, Pete, these, pieces of the wall just piled high on top of each other, rusting away. But then you'll see the detention centers where they bring the people who turn themselves in as they cross illegally when the cartels allow them, because, the cartels are running the whole operation there at the border. So once they cross over, they turn themselves into Border Patrol and they go to a detention center to get processed. That detention center has a wall around it. The whole thing is such a flipping joke, and that I guess Texas wanted to buy it and say, we'll put it up. And they won't even let your good old state of Texas do that.
Yeah, Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas, he told the New York Post, leaving the border open to terrorists while selling border security materials is at a loss is Bidenomics. Selling it at a loss is Bidenomics in a nutshell.
Yeah, actually, yes. Great point.
And think about that. Quietly, they're just selling it off. Hey, anybody needs some extra steel? We don't want to secure our border. Take it. We don't want to give it to a state that wants to secure the border.
I bet the cartels are buying it. They're like, we've got some guns and drugs we want to lock up and secure.
Like Hunter's artwork. You don't know who's buying it, but there's a reason behind it.
Yeah.
It's leading to one Democrat down. I asked Will, the town, Kingsville, Texas, is down in the south. One Democrat who's a county attorney down there saying, I'm switching parties because it's just clear how much the Democrat Party is ignoring any semblance of border security. Her name is Kira Talib Sanchez. Here's a statement this county attorney made. Former Democrat turned Republican. I've been proud to work with law enforcement to ensure the safety of the citizens of Kleberg County. Is that right, Kleberg? Mm-hmm. There's an unprecedented crisis at our southern border. I believe that the GOP's policies of law and order, protecting safety, and backing the blue best align with my values and the values of the citizens of Kleberg County.
It's interesting. She's clearly a Hispanic American, as so many people are down in South Texas and in Arizona as well. Everything that's happening in our country, we had Daniel Garza on yesterday looking at some of the Hispanic numbers. His group says they have some really shocking numbers they're going to be putting out in the next few weeks as well that bode very bad for Democrats. And this is one of these issues. I mean, you can see here a politician switching parties. But, Hispanics who live on that border, Americans who live along that border and in those states are really, angry at what's happened. They feel abandoned. They don't feel like anyone's listening. They see these kind of slap in the face moves like selling off the wall as if it doesn't matter, so that Texas can't even protect them. The federal government's trying to thwart that. You're seeing Hispanics really turn. This could be problematic.
Very interesting.
for the Democrats.